This video explains how to generate and interpret the GradeOn assessment for a first assignment. Once I've finished adding my comments to a paper using GradeOn, I'm ready for GradeOn to generate its assessment. I first select the File menu at the top of the page, and then select the Grade option, or if I've already graded a paper and want to go back and adjust my comments, GradeOn gives me the option to regrade the paper. GradeOn then creates a meaningful assessment that tracks the frequency of comments by criterion or comment category and ranks those comments from most frequent to least frequent to show both you and your students where they have the biggest opportunity to improve. Let's take a look at what we get with this student's paper by selecting the View Assessment tab. The assessment view has 4 sections for feedback. In the grade box, which is the upper left box, you can see that this student earned an 85 out of 100 points based on the point deductions for each comment. And you may remember that those point deductions come from what was entered in the rubric. As you can see here, you have the option to adjust or edit a grade, and I should mention that this grade passes through to your gradebook so that you don't need to re-enter the grades there, which is a time saver. We'll talk about the GradeOn index in just a moment. You also have a space where you can add customized formative and or summative feedback if you want to. So I might say something like, "Good job with this first paper. Your writing is effectively organized. Be sure to review the punctuation explanations before you submit your next paper." And I will then have that available for the student. Next, let's look at the bar chart to the right of the grade. The GradeOn index is a feature that's unique to GradeOn, and we created it because we wanted to come up with a way to track improvement in student writing. So we devised an algorithm that calculates the number of comments per 1,000 words, and as such, this feature has been able to create meaningful insights that are related to writing improvement for each student. At a very general level, a lower GradeOn index correlates to fewer comments, which generally means that the writing is strong. So it's kind of like a golf score, lower is better. I should also mention that this feature starts to become more beneficial as you grade additional student papers because it generates these meaningful comparisons that can show you where a student has improved. See our short video on understanding the GradeOn index. It provides more detailed information on interpreting the numbers as well as research related to student improvement. And so for this first writing assignment in the bar chart, you can see a ranking of the GradeOn index by rubric, category, or criterion. And if you click on a particular bar, you can see that specific criterion's GradeOn index. This student's paper has the highest GradeOn index associated with punctuation, which tells you and your student that the student should spend some more time understanding punctuation concepts and rules before submitting the next assignment. We can see that the GradeOn index gets lower as the bars get lower, which means there are fewer comments for each of those categories. A little farther down, we see comments by criteria with a donut chart, and this is the number of comments by criteria. And if you hover over or click a segment of the donut, what you will see is the number and percentage of comments for each comment criteria. And so again, what we see that in this donut is that the student's paper has the most comments associated with punctuation. There's one other feature, and it's the line chart to the right of the donut chart. And of course, the line won't show up as a line until you have at least 2 submitted papers. But in this first writing assignment, you can see 2 points on the graph. In this case, we have a red point and a blue point. And these 2 points compare the grade to the GradeOn index. It is an inverse relationship. The higher the grade, the lower the GradeOn index. And this view, taken with the other views, gives your student meaningful content and meaningful feedback that we've designed to help you and your students understand exactly where they should focus their attention as they work on their next writing assignment.